Hey there, folks. Time once again to do a retro CSS battle. These are daily targets for May of 2024. You're looking at right now the 7th, there's the 8th, and there's the 9th. Let's get right to it. Okay. Thing number one. Let's use the nested template, and then we'll use margins to narrow that in. We got, let's see, what do we got? We need a linear gradient here, right? 50% top and bottom. And then a light color. And using margins out here, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 52. I think that's right. 8, 9, 21, 22. That's how we get that initial shape. This actually makes me want to do a paragraph tag inside of that. Why? I don't know. It just seems right. So I need a semicolon, and then I'm nesting a P tag. And I need a border radius of 50%, width of some value, and a height of the same value. Is it 30? I don't know. There it is. Oh, and interestingly, it seems like it's not where I expect it to be. So does that mean I can't really use this? Oh, it's altering the margin. So if I do a margin, so interesting. So that paragraph tag is altering the overall shape. Okay, so I'm going to go more conventional, and I'm going to do so instead of that, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clobber the margins there, and I am going to alter this so that it is got it. So here's the new plan. Ready for the new plan? I'm going to put this color on the background. This is going to be body. I'm going to clobber that and that. I'm no longer going to nest and do that. So I don't need this anymore. No, I do need that. Okay. I'm going to set a background position 30 pixels, 30 pixels. I'm going to set a height and width 100 pixels, 100 pixels, and then do no repeat. So that's how I get that shape, such as it is. Here's my paragraph tag. Let's do a background of this light color. And there's my little circle. All right, so here this is we got to extract this mess from something. All right, so let's get this lined up correctly. 100, and then 50 down. Yeah, and these numbers are just a lot more easier to deal with. 200 wide and 200 tall. 180 tall. All right, cool. Then let's use margins to put that into place. And we actually won't need the width if we do this correctly. So margins are going to be, I don't know, like 50 at the top, 200 on the right, 0 on the bottom, and then like 40. And that's how you get a circle. I'm going to short circuit the border radius so that I can see it well better. 2, 3, 4, 5. Closer. 7, 8, 9, 100, 105, maybe. And then this top margin needs to be bigger. 5, 6, 60, 65, 70, 75. Aha. That's looking like it might be right. 72. Alright, and then this number needs to be a little less. How about 48? 47. There it is. Now let's put our border radius back. Alright. Oh, that's a lot of different changes that we needed to do there. Okay, so what do we got? Today, frankly, it's a box shadow. 40 pixels. And 0 down. There's a box shadow. How's that? And let's set a color here. So for the final ones, we'll be able to just do the values. 45. We're going to copy this one again and alter the X value. 8, 80, 90. And then we have 3 more shadows to add, right? It's going to be down. No, it's going to be over. Probably going to be 45 over. And then 100 down. Maybe a little more. No, it's actually 50 down. 50 over, and then 120 down. 120 down, okay. Add 45, and that's going to be 95 pixels. 120 pixels. And then add another 45, and it's 140 pixels. 120 pixels. And that's how we get that shape. One of many choices. So probably that could make the nested template work, but not happening today. That is 100% match. Let's clean up and minify and submit. And we have done what we wanted to do there. I've got some extraneous characters there. Are there other changes? I guess I didn't do the unit replace. There's the unit replace. 50 VW on the body, I can do as 50%. I shave a few characters that way, and then resubmit. And that's a final submission. That's cool. I like that. All right, what's next? What's next? Oh, is an interesting one, right? Like, so I'm gonna do the nested template, but I don't think I need anything here. I think what I need is a radial gradient. Circle. And it's at a position. It's gonna be at 0. 300 pixels, and it's going to have a height and width 200 pixels, 200 pixels, I think, and then repeat only on the x-axis. It's going to be transparent on the middle, and then orange. I think. Radial circle. Something I've got here is wrong. So background is radial gradient circle, transparent in the middle. Let's give it an extent, 40 pixels. And hard edge. Let's use the keyword body. Oh, I've got something wrong here that writing too much code too quickly. Okay, so there's that. Oh, so this, there it is. I wrote 300, and that's not what I wanted at all. Okay, so and then I set yellow in the background, and that's, I think, the shape. So radial gradient, that is a perfect circle, and actually because we set the background size of an even 200 by 200, we don't need the keyword circle. And if we repeat it only on the x-axis, then it repeats. If we have this be transparent, then this backup color, background color, literally covers it for us. So I'll submit that and see if we've got the 100% match. Then we can minify and replace. So we're 597. Okay, so that's a 99.9% match. We got something that's off. Now I don't see anything that's off. And I believe I have solved this before. So I'm gonna wonder about what can I do there. 99.9. I'm going to adjust this second color stop. So I'm just guessing that the edge is slightly off. I would like not to have to go into my old solutions if I don't have to. Why that would have an impact. But to be honest, this is making me think that the solution, this is not going to work. Let's try with the keyword circle again. Don't think that can possibly have an effect, but maybe it will. No, 99.99.9. How about, well, I guess we're gonna go with, with an element instead and see if that's going to be any better. I'm going to set the background to be that. So I'm remaking this. I'm creating a block shadow that is right next to it. So 200 pixel 0. The yellow, lemon yellow. And then I need a linear gradient on the body, which will be pixels of that, and then orange. And let's try that. I don't know why the gradient didn't work, but I'm not going to get too invested in it. That's 100% match. Mathematically and to my eye, I don't see a difference, but clearly the back end thinks there's a difference. I don't know what the problem was, but we will appease the gods of CSS Battle for that one. And then let's minify and unit replace and resubmit. Because our goal was 100% match, right? So we do what we need to do. And this is a better score than I've gotten in the past. I am sort of curious to see what my old solutions were. This is my very first solution. So there's 2 paragraph tags. And I used a border on the top to get the colors. I'm using a display flex and 2 elements. Totally different kind of solution, and not my best solution, clearly. I won't look at the other ones, but that solves the problem. So, all right. Given our experience on that one, I'm not going to mess about with the nested template on this one. Again, part of, I think that Safari in particular doesn't do great with these interesting nested solutions that are often, the top solutions for different different the daily targets and for the battles as well. So we're creating this shape, and what are we doing here? I'm going to use margins to put this into place. I'm constraining the sizing of that element, and I'm going to use plain borders and a border radius, and then I'm going to clip path out this bottom segment. 40, and then what, 100, 110, 112, and then taller, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 170, 170, 180. All right, now border radius. Let's try a Q value, 20Q, 40Q, 50Q, 1, 2, 3, Q. All right. That's how you get that. Clip by path, I feel like is sort of going to be straightforward there. But let's create this background. A radial gradient that's a circle that's going to repeat, right? So blue on the inside and light blue on the outside. And we needed to have an extent, a radius rather, 20 pixels, 30, 40. 40 could be right. And I think that the repeat is going to be a problem. So if I do 0 and then a width, 50%, that kind of works. Now when I narrow this, is it going to work? I think we're going to find out really soon. So, okay. Yeah, so that's the issue, is that if I do this correctly, so let's make this, so half the width would be 200 pixels, so it's, I guess, a little less, 180 pixels. And 60 pixels, and then we move it over. We might make it work. 40, 50. $55. How about 140? So adjust, and then 60 over. So that's the issue there. we have these edges. So we can box shadow our way out of this. Inset. And inset, and then we need to set a margin because that margin then is not exactly what we want there. So I think the solution is, rather than do this quite this way, I'm going to make this a variable. We do var g as a variable and then move it. -70 pixels, and then this is going to be minus 70 pixels, huh? If I do a transparent, and then set a backup color. And there it is. Lastly is a clip path, which is going to be 5 points. 1, 2, 0, 0, 100%, 0, 100%, 100%, 50%, 100%, and then in the dead center or middle, 50%, 50%, and then 0, 50%. And that's how you get that. Is that correct? Oh, not quite. Not quite. So that is the vertical extent. So this is, that's worse. How about 49? Let's submit that and see. I still feel like I see a little line there, and that's not going to be 100% in that case. No, it is. We'll take it. Let's minify and unit replace and get out of here, because this is definitely a fun, interesting puzzle. Yeah, so I think about an inset border a lot. I really enjoy those. I don't often have excuses to use them, but in this case, the body would also need to have its margins unset to really make it work. So, you know, that's a good fun solution there. Did I do a final submission there? I'm just reviewing. We're going back to the 7th and the 8th and the 9th. So the 7th was, I think there's more efficient ways to do this one. I would like to revisit and look at more of the dynamics of what happens when you use the body and the HTML elements in a nested way. What's happening to those margins, because I don't really understand what we were seeing with the element that we made. Very odd, very peculiar. So yeah, and that's all with box shadows in this case. And then this guy, disappointed that we couldn't use plain radial gradients to make these shapes and have it get to be 100%, but that's okay. And then this guy, I'm kind of a big fan of this guy, of the clip path combination, and then I like that trick of a radial gradient that you can then place using different background positions, which is a nice solution. All right, thanks for watching. Hope you're having a great day. Go make a web page, send it to your friend. Be good to each other. It's rough out there. Bye-bye.